What's going on, guys? James from the Research Revolution. So this story is coming out from Geek. China has lost control of its Tiangong-1 space station. Tiangong is translated into English as Heavenly Palace. Now, I personally don't believe that we could have space stations, but I'm just reporting this. But it's awfully convenient that this thing is going to be burning up and going to be crashing to Earth next year. And they sent this thing up in 2011, and they've had this thing empty for a while now. I'm trying to find it in the article, but it's like, wait, why would you send this up there? The last crew in 2013. So for 3 years they've had this thing empty. And they're saying they're collecting data. That's a bunch of BS. But here, let me just read a couple things here. China launched its prototype space station called Tiangong-1 back in September 2011. And but 5 years from the launch, and there's nothing heavenly about the state of China's space station palace anymore. In fact, they've had to admit they've lost control, and the space station will be crashing to Earth next year. So, some point is the best estimate we will get, as China no longer has control of the space station. So it will come down when it's good and ready. China, I guess China is not completely saying they lost control, but they really lost control. So you know how China is. It's really censored and stuff. The one concern is where it comes down, obviously, because it could fall into populated areas. But since the size of the Earth, blah, 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 blah. But it's just awfully convenient that for almost 4 years they've had this thing empty, basically. But if it weren't real, they probably weren't as good upkeeping with their BS like NASA is. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll leave the article below, but it's just a bunch of stuff. A lot of stuff has been coming out of China lately for space-related kind of scares. There was the article saying that there's a near-Earth asteroid, near-Earth object, killer asteroid that they've took pictures of, and no peep out of any English American space agency. And now we have this saying that there will be something crashing to Earth next year, but it's the Chinese space station. I think they're preparing us for some sort of something coming from above, whether that be a man-made asteroid or they're tracking an asteroid and they're trying to give us heads up, but like a soft, thing. I guess in 3 days there's supposed to be there's some sort of asteroid that's supposed to be something with an asteroid. They're supposed to be scooping up this dust off an asteroid, but I also heard that they launched up nukes and they were exploding. Just to let you know, the theory is that when this system comes in, this Nibiru, this Wormwood, Planet X, whatever you want to call it, it's bringing with it a bunch of stuff. And behind it is this tail, this comet tail, that is like dirty, that has a whole bunch of rocks, debris, asteroids, things like this, and they might be having to do whatever with it. But since we've caught NASA red-handedly just with so many lies, it's really hard to tell what is going on. I don't believe that space is like what they tell us, but that's for another day. This has been James for your 3 minutes.